Hey everyone, welcome back to Being a Fine Figure. G Topo here, as today we will be unboxing another G.I. Joe Classified Series figure. This time it is one of the original 13th, Robert Grunt Graves. Now this actually has the extra head, swappable heads, for you to do an army build. So I don't know if Hasbro thought that maybe they couldn't do or sell Grunt just as well as some of the other figures. I love Grunt. I mean, he's part, again, of the original 13, which I'm trying to build slowly in my G.I. Joe Classified line. There's just a couple more that they have yet to release, but I am happy with this figure. No, I am not going to army build him. I am just going to have him a single. Again, it is Grunt. I'm only going to be using him with his face and his weapons and stuff. I'm not going to be using his alternate head swap anyway. But he is, again, number 87 in the line. The back there has a nice rendition of all the a nice image of all his accessories and stuff. Another image of him on the side, and as always we do on this channel, I'm going to open this up and I will be right back. All right, so Grunt, it is out of the packaging, so we will quickly go over. Well, as you can see, he looks like he just slept in his uniform. This is exactly how he was when I took him out of the packaging. You know, they would lose his little whatever pocket or storage, whatever, were loose. His holster was on that side, and there's a little, so we'll fix him up later once we start reviewing him. But for now, we're gonna go quickly over his storage locker and get his weapons out. And again, number 87. And again, there is no rhyme and reason when it comes to G.I. Joe and their how the way they release the figures all out of whack. The other day I opened 78. And then I went down to 76, and then it was like 85, and now it's 87. Like, they're all over the place. So we get all his weapons out of this wax paper bag here. I'll put that to the side. And yeah, he's not tons of accessories, but he does come with just enough. And again, he does come with his backpack there. Yeah, it's a little peg for the back, and on the sides for you to peg the weapons, one on each side. Or if he's gonna, you know, you can put them both, or he's gonna have the knife and the handgun, then you can put them both. If not, you can just put one. But not much detail on it, all one color. It does have the details of the straps and the, you know, the front pocket there and the belt over, but it would have been nice if they would have added a little color, at least to the buckles. I would have been okay with having the straps the same color as the bag, but just, you know, let's line these up. Let's put some color into some of these. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. We are gonna move over to his knife, which we've seen many times with a lot of other figures. So at least it is two colors, which is great. He's got the silver for the blade and the handle, and then of course they usually do a better job on the edge here to make it look like it's sharpened, but this one here they didn't, so it's all one tone. It doesn't really stand out. It does have that ridge on top, but they really didn't do anything. So I mean, I like the other ones where you can tell it has that little cut in here, and it kind of stands out, and it basically looks like it is actually sharp. And then of course he's got his sidearm. Not much color to it. It does have a hole for effects, but all one color. Again, they should have put a little brown here on the handle, make it stand out like some of the other figures. Sometimes they do it for some figure. It's like every other figure, or every other 2 or 3 figures, they do something special when it comes to the painting and the look of the weapons. Other times they just don't. They don't. And then of course he comes with this nice, this one's nice. This is probably the one I'm gonna be displaying him the most. I think they may have wanted to use this one for the armor builders because it actually looks cool. So it's got the nice handle color, and it's got the 2 colors. Even though it's so simple, it stands out a lot better than something like this, you know. So this one's probably the one I'm gonna probably be displaying him the most with. And then of course he's got the scope machine gun type. It does have for effects, which is great. It's a nice looking piece. Again, it has a lot of details on it, which is great, but at the same time, it's all one color and it's bent. like most of the other G.I. Joe weapons. This one's actually wasn't too bad. This one's a little harder plastic. It's not as rubbery as this one. And of course, it comes with the extra magazine. And y'all know by now, I am not a fan of it. I wish that we just come one piece. Because again, it's just another piece that we can lose easily. And this one only has one. I've seen other figures where they have multiples. But this one does have some good detail, even though it is one color. I mean, you can tell right away a weapon. I'm not a scholar in weapons. I mean, so I don't even know what this is. But I know it's an assault rifle, and it looks like it does a lot of damage. It's got the nice little scope and the details on the handle. So, yeah. And then, of course, he does come with a helmet, which, again, this is probably how I'm going to be displaying him. It's a nice detail on the helmet there. And, of course, the straps. It's got the brown on it. Makes it stand out. It looks like a helmet. It's not all one color. And, of course, this is the alternate head, which a lot of the... I'm assuming, was, you know, it is obviously for the army build. But, again, it's Grunt. It's one of the original 13s. Why would I want him as an army builder? I want him to stand out on his own. But it's a nice piece. I'm going to stick it around. You never know. You never know. It might come in handy. Again, this is how we came out of the packaging. So before we go over Grunt, let's just get them all nice and tidy. It's actually not the first time that stuff comes like this. Other times in the figure, I just fixed them before I start reviewing them. But I figure, let's just show how they package this stuff. And of course, the sidearm, again, I believe per the picture on the box, they do have it on this side. So on that side is what I'm gonna have. And then let's see if we can, I think you can really, well, there it is. I think that's a lot better there, hanging to the side there. That way you can fix, oh, it was open already too. That's another, yeah, I think it's missing. Oh, let's see. No, okay. So yeah, it does hold up anyway. So we're gonna move these out, and here he is. That is Grunt. As you can tell, that's a nice little head sculpt there that Grunt has. Nice little comb over, swap over haircut, which it kind of seems weird because of the partition there, and then he's got the shaved side. So that side looks a little weird, but it works really good from the front. It's got that nice mean, like his face sculpt there, nicely detailed. He's got some nice tone there on the face. Ears very, very detailed there. And again, it's got a shaved, but I think it would have been better if it was a lot lighter. Like you could see like a little bit of light skin tone to it. Oh, here goes the thing again. Almost knocked the camera over. I need a better spot. Anyway, and yeah, and then now over to Grunt. He's got that very basic army type suit, but he's got the nice vest there. He's got his name, E4 Graves. He's got the American flag there, nice. He's got that comm there where he can talk, and of course, he's got this. I'm trying to make, these are like, what are they? They seem like, I don't know, maybe, no. I was trying to say that maybe they were, I mean, the magazines, it's on the side. It's all in it, so that piece doesn't come off. It's got another magazine, another clip on the side, which I'm assuming it's probably for the handgun, maybe. I mean, I don't think it's big enough for the machine gun. And then he's got that little computer screen, little tracker there, I guess. It is very loose. So I'm afraid, hopefully it doesn't break off. We're gonna have to be very careful with that. The good thing is that it does seem loose, but it's not really loose. It just came open in the package. But where it's actually plugged into the vest there, it's very, very loose. So hopefully I don't break it off or knock it off or something, because then that will be upsetting. But everything else on the suit, it's got the patch there. Nice little pocket there with two colors. See, that's nice. That's a nice addition where the darkening went away from the military green and they did a little lighter green to match a lot of the uniform. And again, he's got that nice holster there for his weapon. He's got the little holster there or for his the machine gun, so you can put in the what is it, the magazine. I think it will fit there. Yeah, well, maybe we'll try. We'll see. And then he's got some nice little pouches there on the back, on the side there, and this one here, nice detail with the green buckle. Here he's got 2 green buckles. At least they added a little bit cover, a little color to the buckles. Something that they should have done to this. A little silver there wouldn't have been too bad, or black or brown or something. And again, the uniform is, I don't remember whose legs these are, but they're actually nice. It's got some nice texture all over. They tried to add a little texture to the joints of the knee, but because it's a different shade, and these joints are usually always a different shade, it's not noticeable unless you really see right there. You can see it in the light. It looks good, but it doesn't look terrible. And the same thing with the elbows. You can tell it's a little different shading, but you play with the light and it kind of just blends right in. So this is a nice figure. Again, Grunt is one of the original. I like the fact that all the green, if it wasn't for all this brown straps and stuff, it would actually look just like the old comic book when he, Grunt from the comic book, where it was all green and that was the Grunt. But they did a decent job. I gotta give it to them. This is a nice looking figure. Again, I am not going to army build Grunt. I want Grunt to stand out. I don't want to have other figures looking like him. I want him to stand out as one of the original 13s. So as such, we're gonna put him together. Let's get all his weapons on him. Put the sidearm there, which I actually like most of the time to and then actually goes up here on the knife. That's actually a nice touch, right next to his face. And then we are going to careful with because usually those pegs, you should have a pain in the ass, and see, it doesn't. If you put it like that, it loosens it up so it does come out. But if you want it all the way in, you got to have it at kind of an angle. And again, I am going to put them with this one. And no, I'm not going to take the magazine and put it there. I'd rather just put it on here. How's that going to work? It looks like, oh, I might have to, because if I move on a post or something, it's going to, you know what? Might as well. Let's put it in there. Let's see what he looks like with it. So I have a feeling that it will come right off. And I guess we put it this way. Kind of fit in there, because I don't think the other side will fit. Yeah, looks a lot better there. Let me just, he does have to drop, like all the G.I. Joes there, I have to drop, so you can do a nice little, let's put the machine, let's put this one in here. Actually, I was wrong. Let's put it in here. Let's put them in here. Nice little touch there. And his helmet. Nicely done. Look at that. And of course, this will be the weapon of choice. I actually like this gun. It's a lot better than the machine gun. And I'm sure this is probably, I don't know, maybe the machine gun was supposed to be for the Build-A-Figure, or maybe it was this one, but I am digging this one. This is a nice piece. Yeah, this is a nice, it's a little stiff, so, which is great. I'm tired of getting all these loose figures, like Firefly. My God, I don't know if you guys seen my video. If you haven't, please check it out. That Firefly is terribly loose, man. I just put him up and then that was it. I have yet to touch him. So yeah, this is Grunt. This is actually a pretty good figure. Again, one of the original 13s. So yeah, see, sometimes I wish that they will give you the cup hands like they do in like Valaverse does. I'll mention Valaverse in the same breath, but I mean, they do a good job of giving you that cup hand to hold weapons and stuff. And maybe G.I. Joe should think about, I mean, I know they'll probably increase the price, but it'll be nice to have a nice little cupping hands, because, you know, this doesn't always work, and I almost busted a finger there. But yeah, Grunt, great figure. Again, one of the originals. Not gonna army build him. I think he looks great just on his own. I'll see what I can do with this. You know, maybe I'll still use it because it will be Grunt to me. It won't be a generic army. And again, why bother when they announce those army builders that are coming out soon? Hopefully by next year or by the end of this year they'll be out. Which is, you know, pick up a couple of those that can fulfill your G.I. Joe or the, you know, that 2-pack, the Brigadiers, is it? Yeah, you can do those. But man, do not make Grunt an army builder. Grunt deserves to be respected as one of the original 13s. So exactly as I'm going to keep him again. I am building the original 13. I just have a couple more to go. And, you know, now with General Hawk and stuff like that, I think it's going to be great. So, again, it is a great figure. They did a great job. They added just enough not to take away from the original look, which is great. I mean, all these additions are great. I know the original one was just plain little tone darker green, but this does it justice. So it does look, to me, it does look like they try to at least keep it as close to the original look as you can get. So thank you, everyone. That'll be it for today. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Hit that notification so you know when my videos dropped. And as always, continue to support each other. Continue to be a fine figure. And I will see you later.